very happy to be here. I'm very honored to be on this stage. It's true, Grotowski is one of the several geniuses in Polish culture, a modern genius, and one of the reasons I come fairly often to Poland is because of the intellectual and cultural passion that I find here. And so I'm very honored and grateful to be here at the Grotowski Institute, and also not simply to give a lecture, but to give a practical workshop in somaesthetics, which I'm giving, well, one half of it is over, and the next half will be tomorrow, because somaesthetics is a discipline of theory and practice, and it's very important for me as a philosopher to emphasize the practice part of it. And the Grotowski tradition is a theatrical practice in which the body is very central, and so I'm very honored and privileged and happy to be giving a practical workshop here. Let me also say that I'm very grateful to Dr. Małecki for translating this text. And for me, he's an example of the intellectual excellence that you have here in Wrocław. He's also one of the reasons that I'm here, because he's translated, he's translated some of my work, including an anthology of interviews and short articles. He also contributed to the translation of Giordano's Ciała. And what I know from many translations, even the best book, if it's not well translated, becomes a terrible book. And I've been very lucky in my career to have very, very good thinkers translate my work. And Dr. Małecki is one of them. Let me just say a few words about the subject of body constitution. During my workshop and in the lecture, I'm going to be talking about what constitutes the body in a way that's not your eyes and your nose and your feet and your arms and your hands. When we talk about the constitution of the body, we can talk about various body parts, but the body is more than its parts. It's also the energy that it radiates. It's also the odors that it emits. It's also the space between the body parts that belongs to the kinesphere of the body. But what I'm going to talk about today is another part of what constitutes the body, and those are dispositions or sensory motor schemata. Those are habits that the body has that constitute the body and direct the way the body acts, sees, feels, and experiences things. And those aren't like concrete body parts, but they really constitute us and make us what we are. So I'm going to be talking about muscle memory. Muscle memory is a slang or common idiom for these dispositions of the body, these habits of the body, these schemata of the body that constitute the body and make us walk the way we walk, talk the way we talk, eat the way we eat, and sleep the way we sleep. And what I'm going to do now is read my text, and I hope you can follow. Dr. Małecki will push the button. You can't do, even with this world of technology, still you need your finger to push the button. But he's already done, the hard work of translating before. And so, although I'm a big believer in improvisation I think the theater also requires preparation. So I'm going to read now from a text, and maybe I'll digress. But I hope it will interest you. There are no surprises for me here, so I hope at least you'll be interested.